Okay, I think that's all working. Hello, hello, 24911 here. How are you all doing? How's it going? You can tell I haven't done one of these for a while, can't you? Welcome. As I start every single live stream, please let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And I trust that everything. I haven't changed any of my streaming settings since I last did it, so hopefully everything's working okay. But if you could let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay, that would be fantastic. Let's see who we got. We've got Travis, Rohan, Squarespace. We've got God. Welcome, Your Highness, Your Majesty. You know what I mean. And NGX. Welcome. How's it going? Good to see you all in the chat there. So yes, this is a very short notice live stream. But I thought I'd sneak one in because I'm on a day off today. This is effectively the last day of my weekend, so I thought I'd sneak in a quick live stream and before I head back to work tomorrow. Darren KK, welcome. Travis can hear you loud and clear. Fantastic. Thank you very much for coming along. So for this flight, it's going to be a relatively short one for this live stream. Live stream is probably going to be about 2 hours, 2.5 ish. We're going to be flying from Amsterdam to where else? Inverness, of course, and we're going to be following flight real world flight KLM 927 from Amsterdam over to Inverness. So it's going to be about flight time of about 1.5 hours, block time of about 2 hours. So it should be good. I can't stay up too late tonight because I'm working tomorrow. So yeah, I wanna go and get tucked up into bed relatively early tonight, and then I'll head off to work tomorrow. Let's see. Squarespace was just about to make a flight with the PMDG 727. Well, this is inexplained, so this is going to be the Zibo 727. However, I'm going to be using the procedure guide that I wrote up for the PMDG, so I think that the tutorials that I did for the PMDG will transfer over to this to the Zibo. That's what I'm trying to say. So the aircraft is cold and dark at the moment, so what I'm going to do is just jump in and start getting it ready, essentially, and then we'll get going. Hopefully you guys got a black screen there. Yeah, X-Plane doesn't like streaming for some reason, but there you go, you should be able to see it now. Yeah, so as in KLM. Ta-da! Also, before I do go into an internal view, can you guys see what's going up here? Just to the side of my face cam here. There's a plane on top of the terminal at Amsterdam here. What's going on there? That must have been a bad landing. That's all I can say. Right, let's have a look. Let's start getting this aircraft up and running. This is probably an older version of the Zibo. I'm not sure what version this is. Yeah, it's probably gone through several more updates since. That release version 3.31. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So I'm sure it's gone through several updates since I last updated it, but there you go. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to connect the GPU, set the chocks. Better pushback will come on to later on. I'll set up a plan for that. Fuel, weight and balance. So, payload. Oh gosh, you're going to make me go and look at the payload and I don't know what it is. Right, excuse me for a moment. The screen's probably going to go black again. Let's see. Using my sim brief here. Payload 19.2. Alright, oops. Go over there. Alright, come back screen. There we go. Right. So payload was it 19.2? I've forgotten already. And block fuel for the flight was going to be 7.1. Thereabouts. 7.1 tons. So this is 7.1 thousand kilograms. Which puts the COG nicely in the middle there. Then we'll go home, and then yeah, let's get this bad boy started up, or powered on at the very least. So we're going to go battery master switch comes on, alternate flaps check, that's closed, standby power switch check, that's closed, windshield wipers are both in park, electric hydraulic pumps are both off, landing gear lever. Oops, come on, there we go. The gear lever is down. Got 3 greens.
And then we've done all of our ground power, typed in the block fuel, entered the passengers, or we can't enter the passengers in this, so that's fine. Let's have a look here. Alpin, want to buy X-Plane 11 when the stream sale arrives. Is it worth it? I would say it is, yeah. X-Plane 11's a pretty solid simulator nowadays. People didn't used to like all that much in the past, but now it's definitely a simulator worth investing in. Let's see, NGX, new one has scimitars, new cockpit textures. Okay. Alpin, does the Zibo mod have the max? I don't know, I'm afraid. Sam, welcome, how's it going? George, not yet, but it's in development. Yep, pending Boeing's own updates, shall we say. Anyway, I didn't finish my starter from Cold and Dark. Ground power available. Light is not there. Let's see. Ground services. Connect the GPU. Let me go back up there. Now we have the ground power. I'm getting a little bit of lag as I switch between cockpit views, so if you're seeing that, that's not buffering, that's on my end there. Ground power switch is on. Position lights now come down to steady. Standby power light is off. Bus transfer and source lights are both off as well. Excellent. Right. Oops. We'll go back up there. Now I'll do a bit of the preliminary. So IRS mode selectors. Set nav. Set nav. That should, on DC should disappear. We should get a line, and a line. Good. PSU light is off. GPS light is off. Service interphone is off. Engine reverse lights are off. Engine control lights are off. EEC switches are on. Crew oxygen is above 10. That's good. Passenger oxygen. Guard is closed. Light is off. Landing gear lights are on. Flight recorder switch is guarded. We'll check oil quantity. Whoops. Move the sweeper. Yeah, oil quantity is 17. Doesn't say refill. That's good. And we want hydraulic 8383. Doesn't say refill there either. Good. Right, that's all good so far. Let's have a look. Who do we have here? Alpin, nice. Hoping I'll be granted a release. Yeah, let's hope so. Brodati, I hope that's how you pronounce your name there. Will X-Plane work on a budget PC? I can't say, I'm afraid. I haven't checked out computer hardware in a long time. Best thing to do is, I remember there being a website where you could check to see if certain games could run on your computer and run on specific hardware. So maybe check there. Let's see, Paul Martin, how is it going? Good to see you again. Let's see, George, it won't work well, but it worked better than it. Good stuff. Headshot, welcome, how's it going? Storm, hello, gorgeous. Oh, Storm, oh, behave yourself. Nice to see you streaming again. Yep, just for one rare night I'm streaming again. Let's see, Alpin, I think it will in low settings, it might do, yeah. And Aberdeen, welcome back, how's it going? Cool, right, so what I'm going to do is, so that's all of the initial pre-flight done. I'll jump into the CDU pre-flight and we'll start going through some of this just now. I've not checked any of my AirAct data, so it could be way out, but hopefully not. Actually, before I do that, I'll get ATIS for Amsterdam here. So for those of you who just joined, I'm going to be flying from Amsterdam up to Inverness. We're going to be mimicking real world flight KLM 927. Where else would I go but Inverness? You know, probably anyone who watches my videos is probably, oh god, he's flying around Inverness again. Yes, I'm flying around Inverness again. Anyway, so position initialization. So we are going to go into that. Reference airport, we are currently at Amsterdam Schiphol. Go to the next page, get our GPS, pop that in there. So the route, so we're going to enter our origin, Schiphol, enter that in already. Destination is going to be Inverness, Echo Golf Papa Echo. Flight number is going to be KL927. Then we're going to go into departures and arrivals. So we're going to be departing off of runway 36 left. That's the one that SimBrief has given me. And then we're going to be taking the Berg 1 Zulu departure. And that's going to bring us out to the Bergy waypoint. So we're going to go to route, next page, so it's going to take us to Bergy, and we're UL 602, so this is the airway that we're going to be following after that, and we're going to be following that to Super, S-U-P-U-R, and then from there we're going to be taking the airway UP1 to waypoint Godos, and then we're going to be taking airway Papa 1 to Rokan, R-O-K-A-N, and then we're going to be taking airway M982 up to Findle, which is in sort of centralish Scotland, and then from Findle it's going to be direct to INS. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to put that in, because from there we're pretty much going to be flying to the ILS for runway 23 Inverness. Cool. Let's have a look here. Cat Crafter, going on a school trip tomorrow, so just popping in there. Thank you for your Airsoft Airbus vids, very helpful. I'm very glad. Thank you very much for watching them. I'm really glad that you found them helpful and useful to watch. Nahul, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Master Caution like going crazy as always does. Yep. Aberdeen Aviation, so Aberdeen some love. I might divert to Alpha Delta November if anyone gets that reference. Well played. Travis, Inverness is iconic now because of you. I'm glad, I hope so. Yeah, certainly in the Flight Sim world at least. Zulu 1, welcome. I can't stay long, decided to pop in, have watched the stream since you used your old channel. Crafty Boy, yes, of course, Crafty Boy, I remember you. How's it going? Fedya, does anyone know of a good long haul add-on aircraft for X-Plane 11? I personally don't, maybe some of the viewers in the chat will do. Alpin, am I flying on real world weather? I am, but I don't have any third party software. I'm using the sort of the default real world weather generator in X-Plane. I don't have many add-ons for X-Plane, if any. Yeah, it's just going to be the built-in real weather function there. Let's see. Paul Martin, anyway, how's life treating you, dude? Life's treating me very well. Life's treating me very, very well. It was actually my birthday this week, so yeah, so I had a good week this week, and no, life's going really good. I'm enjoying my work. I'm enjoying life. Yeah, it's going good. Going really good. Let's see, Aberdeen Aviation got that one. Good stuff. Right, where were we? So we put in the route as far as Findle. Go to the legs page, make sure that all makes sense, which I believe it will do. So then we're going to activate and
737 to 800, 6 November, runway 18, center, taxi via Alpha 9, Charlie, Alpha 9, Bravo, Charlie, 1, Whiskey 1, hold short of runway 18, center.
No, we're not doing this. Not doing ATC. I have no idea how the how it explains ATC works. Right, performance initialization. Where were we? Init ref. That's position in it. Perf. There we go. So into the zero fuel weight. So we can calculate that automatically. Check for takeoff on the upper displays. I don't think the Zibo does it. In the PMDG you'd get a little takeoff indication there. I don't think the Zibos do it though. Into the reserve fuel. So reserve fuel is going to be 1.1 ton. Into the cost index. Cost index as given by SimBrief is going to be 17. Gosh, it's like riding the bike and just get straight back into it. Haven't simmed since I started my job about a year ago. I've barely simmed at all. I must have done about a grand total of about 10 hours of flight simming. God, it's weird how it's all just coming like flooding back. See, it's when you study and you make good notes. That's how I can remember all of this stuff. It just proves how much time and effort I put into studying the 737 when I did the PMDG. God, that's crazy. It's all just like, it all just feels familiar and it all makes sense. Anyway, into the cruising altitude. So the cruising altitude was gonna be flight level 340. Also, I do apologise if I sound all bunged up. I do have a bit of a cold at the moment. We had about 20 degrees a couple of days ago, and then it became about freezing again. So my body's just can't handle having about 20 degrees, which is pretty much the hottest. Like, that's the Scottish summer over and done with. And now we're back to about 5 degrees at night, and my body just can't handle the fluctuations in temperature. Right, so that was cruising altitude. Cruising winds are going to be 274 at 26 knots. So 274 26. ISO deviation is going to be +1. Transition altitude, pass. I'll leave it at 3000 for a shipball. No, come back. Right, execute all that. So outside air temperature, let's go back to the ACARS. We'll get the ATIS there. So, right. So winds are 3 knots, cav okay, 16 degrees at 8, dew point, QNH 015, and no significant change. So 3403 knots. Right, let's go back to FMC. We were just about getting into takeoff, weren't we? Or were we? Yep, takeoff page 2. So runway winds, so that was going to be 3403 knots. Sorry, we'll come back to the chat in a second. This is the most arduous part of setting up the aircraft. Outside air temperature was going to be +16. We don't know what the runway slope is. It's not going to make too much of a difference, he says as he goes crashing off the end of the runway. Previous page, we'll do a flaps 5 takeoff. Get the centre of gravity there. We'll take the V speeds there. Right, and that's it. Done. Okay, sorry. Let me come back to the chat here. What did I miss? Ceasest, I think that's how you pronounce the name. Great content. Keep it up. I will do my best. Happy late birthday. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's see, Aberdeen. If I was to become a pilot, what airline would I fly for? I would fly for my existing company, because my existing company is expanding, and they might have commercial pilots one day. So, if I go that far, I'd love to be a pilot for my existing company. Let's see, Paul Martin, use the Python thing to get the weather. I'd love to, but I have to like alt tab out of the game and then go back in, and X-Plane doesn't like it when you alt tab out of it and click on different windows. So yeah, I'd rather not do that, because if I click outside the window, the screen will just go black, and I don't want that to happen. Storm, happy birthday to me. Thank you very much, Storm. I will just say these might be a factor during the live stream. Let's see. Aberdeen saying Logan Air. Logan Air's a dream airline. Logan Air's a good airline. I see them all the time at Inverness. Marnie, welcome. Glad to see you still can't leave it alone. Nope. No, this is a rare live stream nowadays, given how little I play flight sim. But excuse me. But yeah, I'm here for a now rare live stream. Let's see. Alpin is talking to Aberdeen. Sorry, that's a either Ukrainian or Russian name. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm afraid, or read it. Zibo default model, bad simulation 77, only PMDG. Yeah, fair enough. Unfortunately, we can't get the PMDG in X-Plane though, so yeah, we have to go with the Zibo, which is a very, very good. It's light years ahead of the default 737 in X-Plane 11. Oh yeah, welcome to the live stream. How's it going, Aberdeen? Aberdeen, can I say who I work for? Maybe. Yeah, because I was gonna do my next episode of my virtual to reality kind of vlog series. I was going to talk about it more, but I'm going to say it now, because I'm going to announce it in my next video anyway. So I work for a company called Highland Aviation. They used to be just a flying school at Inverness Airport, but now we're a flying school, we're a ground handling company, and also an engineering company. So, yeah, the company itself will hopefully be expanding to get an AOC at some point as well. Now, that's all industry speak, but basically it would allow our company to act as like almost like an air taxi service. So we could take passengers from point A to point B. At the moment, we can't do that. We're not certified to do that. So we can take people on training flights, but we can't take people as on like a scheduled passenger flight until we get this AOC certification. And to get the AOC certification, we need to get a certain engineering certification and maintenance, prove that we can maintain our aircraft, to then prove that we can carry passengers and things like that. So hopefully in a few years' time we'll make it happen, but we'll have to see. So yeah, that's who I work for, Highland Aviation. And the future looks bright with the company. So it's a very good company to work for. I'm incredibly fortunate to work for them. Let's see. The one-way drift. Make a PMDG 737 tutorial. If you have a look in the top corner there should be a little eye icon. If you click on that, that will take you to a whole playlist that takes you from cold and dark up to finishing a flight in the PMDG 737. So go and check that out. Right, I need to continue with pre-flight, otherwise we're never going to go, are we? Right, flight control panel. So all the switches are guarded and closed. Yaw damper comes on, lights are off, alternate flight. Okay, hopefully we're back up. That's looking like it's all right. Okay, let me know how that's going. Hopefully that's all okay.
.225.
Well, I've come to this. Alright, right, so OBS looks like it's working. Let's see. Good now. Okay, good. Right, are we all okay now? It works. Right, good. Sorry about that. I don't know what's happening. OBS seems to have a brain fart and then it seems to mess up. So I'm probably going to have to do that several times during live stream. I do apologise. I don't know what's going on there. Excellent. Right. Okay, we're all good now. Right, sorry. I did see several things there. Let's see. Aberdeen might need to have a flight. Get into Aberdeen. It'll be fun to see around. I'd love to, but Aberdeen's expensive to land at. It's only Signature that do handling at Aberdeen, I believe, for light aircraft, and they're expensive. Let's see, Aberdeen. I was thinking Dalcross Handling. That's the main EGP company I know. Yeah, so there's several handling agents. So Dalcross do all of the commercial scheduled traffic. Then you've got the Highland Jet Centre and Signature who do business jet traffic, and then you have Highland Aviation who do light aircraft handling. So there's several companies there at Inverness that do. So we handle all of the light aircraft that come in and out of Inverness basically, and obviously we're the flying school, so we do all of the we do a lot of light aircraft flying as well. Cool. Right. Let's have a look. And so, Alpin, how did I get my YouTube name? Basically, it was my gamer tag, my Xbox gamer tag when I was a lot younger. And where that came from was I just thought that I wanted to come up with a gamer tag that I thought people would sound dumb, that I thought people would think it was funny when they saw it, so I came up with the word doofer because I thought that was quite a funny name. And the 911 is in relation to the emergency services. It's not 911, because you always hear people go, oh, he flies planes and he's got 911 in his name. It's not that. It's the emergency services. It's a sort of a nod to the emergency services, basically. That's why I have 911, and it is definitely 911 and not 911 in my name. Right. Let's see, Alberto. Why didn't I advertise earlier? The reason I didn't advertise earlier because I didn't know until short notice that I was going to live stream, because I've got a cold at the moment, and yeah, I've also got a sore mouth because I think I've got a wisdom tooth coming in. So it's like I can't bite down properly when I'm eating and stuff. It's horrible. Let's see, Luciano, in the title it says Steam, don't you mean stream? Yes, I do mean stream. That was a bit of a mess up there. Never mind. Right, I better hurry up because, as I said, I'm never going to take off otherwise. Right, that's all okay. That's down, that's on. Right, ground power. Yeah, we'll just turn on the APU. Switch on the pump for it as well. A lot of Dutch flight simulators. Yes, yeah, I believe. Yeah, you've got a whole like Dutch VAT sim division as well, don't you? Ivan, welcome. How's it going? I'm doing good. How are you? Right, if the stream appears to freeze again, please let me know. I think I remember having this issue last time I streamed X-Plane. Strange. Yeah, but let me know if the stream freezes again. It's quite a straightforward fix. Sim Captain Mike, how's it going? I'm doing good. How are you? Right, so we're getting the APU up to speed at the moment. So we've got the APU gen off bus light is on. We've got the APU generator showing that it's generating power. So we shall go APU 1 and 2. And let's see. Now he'll no fire test to say, yeah, who needs a fire test? They'll be fine. They'll be fine. APG switches, so source and transfer bus lights off and off. Good. Equipment cooler switches, both normal. Emergency exit lights armed. Passenger signs come on. Windshield wipers set to park. Window heat switches all come on. Probe heat switches stay off. Bringing engine anti-ice stays off. Engine hydraulic pumps are on, lights on. Electric hydraulic pumps are off, lights on. Good. Let's see, trim air switch comes on. Zone temp selectors, leave those all on also. Ram door lights are both on. Recirc fans both on also. Packs set to also. Isolation valve is open. Engine bleed switches are on. APU bleed switch goes on. Dual bleed light is on. Pack lights all off. Pressurization panel lights themselves are all off. Flight altitude, so we're up at 340. Landing altitude will be pretty much 30 feet, so it doesn't really matter. Pressurization mode selector is on auto. Landing lights off, runway turn-offs off, taxi lights off, APU's on. Ignition set to either side. Local light don't want. Position lights steady. Everything else is off. Yeah. Cool. Cool. We're getting there slowly but surely. Let's see. Sim Captain Mike. Am I on Discord? Not at the moment. No. I might be on Discord, but I've got it running in the background and won't be able to check it during the flight. Luciano, am I flying on P3D X-Plane or FSX? This is X-Plane 11, this one. Right, barrel set local pressure, so it's 1016, 1015 actually, that's what we had earlier, well that's probably changed because it takes so long to do this. Map mode set to 10 miles, traffic button not needed, weather radar is off. Flight director switches, pilot flying first, then the opposite. Band angle selector set 30 degrees. Pilot disengage bar is up. Let's see, oxygen mask test. Not really need to test it, but there it is. Clock, nose wheel, steering, that. So I'm just rattling through this very quickly now. Come on. There. Make sure all the lights are on. Yeah, I'll do. It'll be fine. Display selectors both normal. Test the lights, done all that. Right. Primary flight display, annunciators are blank. We've got flight director there, standby instruments set. Done. M1 reference auto, speed auto. Fuel flow reset. Then to rate. Auto brake selector, select RTO. Landing gear lever down, 3 green lights. GPWS panel guarded. In-up light is off. Speed brake lever is down. Reverse thrust levers are down. Forward thrust levers set to idle. Flaps lever up and up. Parking brake is on. Engine start levers are cut off. Stabilizer trim switches are in the normal position. Gosh, we're almost there. Communication. Set that there because that's what the ETC was coming through on earlier. Nav radios, they're pretty much already set for Inverness because I was testing this earlier on Inverness. MCP course selectors already set for Inverness. Weather radar, don't need to do. Transponder, do my usual. Transponder 0737. Right, pre-flight checklist done. Let's see, Fidja, what's my favourite sim? Oh gosh, it's hard to say. Because it's kind of defined this channel, I'd have to say FSX, because that's kind of what I've built the entire channel on. Although I do like a lot, I do like all of the sims, and I predominantly use P3D now, but FSX is probably what's helped me build the channel up. Right, start a flight live, start getting people on board. Disconnect GPU. Let's see, Michael, when am I coming down to Glasgow? Pints are on me if I'm going down this way. I don't know. I'm not moving about the country at all, really. Not really moving about or doing much. I have no idea when I'm next going to be down in Glasgow, down that area. I usually pass through Glasgow because my dad lives down in down towards Kilmarnock, so I might head down that way, but I never really stop in Glasgow, unfortunately. Right, so we're getting everyone on board just now. Do the classic flight sim wing view. I'll drink an unnamed substance. Let's see, Michael, fly down when you get your PPL. I could do, yeah. I don't know what the landing fees would be down towards Glasgow. Expensive, I'd imagine. Expensive wherever you go, I think. Alright, so just gonna wait for everyone to get on board, and then yeah, we'll be ready to go. While we're waiting for people to get on board, we can go and set up our pushback here. So what we can do, click and drag, move the view. Okay. So if we So I'm going to get the Pushback to do a lot of the heavy lifting for us. Now I do believe... Oops. Ah. Right, delete segment. So if we go to about there, right, so that's the center line that we want to get pushed back onto. So click that there, click that there, and we'll get pushed back all the way to there. Right.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Alright, ma'am. Let's see. Alberto, where am I flying from? You might already said it, but I missed it. I'm flying from Amsterdam up to Inverness in Scotland. Let's see if he butters it or goes down the right way. I made a very nice landing earlier when I did a quick test on this, but it'll be difficult to replicate it, I suspect. Let's see. Michael, download the X-Plane, haven't installed it, poured too much money into FSX and aircraft. Yeah, that's kind of the boat that I found myself in as well. I've kind of invested too much into FSX and P3D. Is there much of a learning curve if we use the FSX? Not particularly, actually, no. There's some features that I like in X-Plane which I think are better than FSX. Like, for example, it's got this kind of built-in camera thing, so you can preset camera positions. Which is quite nice for, you know, setting camera views on specific things. So that's all built into to X-Plane, whereas in FSX you have to get add-ons and bits and pieces. Right, that's interesting. I'm watching OBS, and OBS is like lagging. I'm watching like the microphone peaks, and rather than the microphone being a steady, like the microphone volume being steady, like up and down, it's kind of like jittering up and down, which is interesting. So I think it's OBS which keeps failing me. So if the stream starts freezing up again, please let me know, and I will restart OBS. Is there a way to hurry up these people?
Good morning, folks, from the flight deck. Get your captain for the ride. It looks like it should be pretty good. So we're planning on a smooth ride. Get you there as soon as we can, and as safe as we can. We'll talk to you once we get airborne. Welcome over.
Come on, people. Hold me up there. Right, let's look at the next few steps, see what we can do. So, CDU, we've got a takeoff ref page there. Let's see, Michael, I've got 6 weeks off starting on Monday, so hopefully jump to X-Plane with time off. Nice. I don't know if you managed to get 6 weeks off. Wish I had that much time off work. Alpin, still have 4 weeks of school and it's AP time. Nice. So for those of you who maybe missed the start of the stream, so we're going to be flying from Amsterdam Schiphol up to Inverness in Scotland. We're following KLM flight 927, so we're kind of mimicking the real world flight. Flight time is going to be about 1.5 hours, block time is going to be about 2 hours. So we've got a fairly long taxi once we leave Amsterdam. We're going to be taking off from runway 36 left. So we've got a bit of a taxi to get away from Amsterdam. On that note, I wonder. Might have to use this moving map as the taxi map here. So basically we're going to be taxiing down here, making a right turn up here, and getting across, and taxiing up all the way here, and then taxiing all the way over here, and then taking off from this runway here, about as far away from the main terminal as you can get. So we're going to be a heck of a taxi, but we'll get there. And it'll hopefully give OBS plenty of time to crash, and then I can restart it before takeoff. Let's have a look here. Let's see, Michael, work freelance, got some savings in the Ah, nice. Alpha, am I using real world weather? Yeah, I'm using the built-in weather in the sim. It's not like a weather add-on or anything. Kyle, what's happening at Inverness? All of the flights today are cancelled. Air traffic control strike. The air traffic controllers want a pay rise. The airport owners are not going to give it to them, so they're going on strike, basically. Let's see, Michael, is this all of this stock, or have you got a load of add-ons installed? No, this aircraft, the Zibo 737, is an add-on, and but it's a free add-on. You can go to the X-Plane forums. If you type in Zibo ZIBO 737, you can download this aircraft. It's basically I guess it's an enhancement of the default 737. Would be the best way to describe it. Alright, I'm not being funny, but these people are taking forever. Right. Right, so I think I'm waiting for these passengers. Alright, lock the door up. Okay. So N1 reference bugs, we've got that there. Excellent. Cool. Let's have a look. Right, MCP panel. So auto throttle gets armed. IS mass selector goes to V2, which is 150. Any late passengers who are running to the gate just now can just bite me. Runway heading, so it's going to be pretty much directly north. LNAV and VNAV, we'll arm those now. Altitude selector, we'll just roll it all the way up to cruising altitude. We're not flying with ATC or anything, so don't need to worry about altitude restrictions. I'll get there eventually. Let's see. I think he has a pushback freeware add-on. Yes, the better pushback add-on. That's freeware as well. Let's see. Alright, heading selector has been set. Altitude selector has been set. Doors verified are all closed. Yep. Like the windows closed and locked. And then we would contact ATC for pushback and start. So we're going to do that just now.
Grounded cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Oh my god, so awesome. Let's see, NG, welcome, how's it going? Excuse me. I do apologise. It's very uncouth. Gosh, I can't believe it. I've got so many text messages and Facebook messages today. I'm popular. I feel so loved. All like wish me happy birthday and stuff. So,
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
oh my, that's so awesome. She's ready to connect. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry. No, we don't speak Spanish. No, unfortunately, I don't know anyone who speaks Espanol. NG, very god, drinking beer and watching great video, good stuff. Yeah, I've got an unnamed substance here. Maybe may or may not be alcoholic. And I may or may not have a refill shortly after takeoff. Right, so we're just waiting for the little pushback tug to ready itself, and we'll be on our way.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Yes, ma'am.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, I'm not going to start my engines till we're way out in the taxiway, which will be like way over there somewhere. We'll do the obligatory wing view as we go. We'll all feel like passengers. Hello, more messages. Hello, more messages. Right, cool. Let's see, Lantern. Thank you for all the videos you've made. Personally, I think the best tutorials on the internet and so much. Oh, thank you very much, Lantern. I appreciate that. I did my best to make them as comprehensive yet accessible as possible. So I'm glad that you found them enjoyable and useful and all that. See, it's so annoying because I wanted to have this wing view as like a good engine start view, but the problem is that where the camera's positioned, it thinks it's outside. So if I move the camera here, you can hear the audio switch to be inside, but you can't see anything from outside, which is quite frustrating. So we've got a bit of a pushback to go, but we'll be alright. Only about 15 minutes behind what I thought, the time I thought I was going to push back, so not doing too bad. Let's see, Nahiro is from Argentina, watching planes taking off from Sierra Alpha Bravo Echo. That's just crazy, some of the places that people watch my videos from. Like, I remember in the early days of my channel, like I was looking through the analytics, and I remember like looking at like where people have watched my videos, and I had like 1 or 2 views from somewhere like Nepal or somewhere, some like far-flung region of the world. It's just like, what? How is that possible? So yeah, I've had like viewers, I've had people on some of these later night live streams, I've had people watching from, you know, the Bahamas and Jamaica and that. Yeah, it's crazy some of the places where people watch my videos from. You know, I've had people watching from Wales, which really surprised me because I didn't think they'd ever enter this millennia, but apparently they have, so well done to Wales. That's unfair. Why am I beating up on Welsh people? I don't know why, I'm sorry. Let's see, Alpin, do I also have views from North Korea? I can't remember if I have or not. I might have done actually, yeah. Let's see, Robert, a lot of people in Nepal. There is, yeah. Let's see, Arrow. What's the stream from Berlin that found the channel in Buenos Aires? Jeez. Michael for Wales. Yeah, I'm sorry, Wales. Well, most people get it though. It's like a Celtic banter thing. Maybe in Scottish. Like I do the same with Irish people as well. Taking the mickey out of Irish people as well, for the same reason. Let's see. NG watching from Serbia. Jeez. Good teacher. Well, thank you very much. All of the world watching. I'm glad that my videos are everyone in the world can watch my videos, I guess. Watching from Serbia though. Jeez, wow, that's incredible. Considering Serbia is like the biggest landmass in the world, isn't it? Because you've got Russia and then you've got all of Serbia, like crosses the entire Asian continent. Alpen. Cap in the background. Right. Anyway, that's us almost finished our pushback. So we started off over there somewhere. Let's see. Anonymous Italian here. Hey, Italians. Good stuff. I was about to say Arrivederci, but that means good night, doesn't it? That's not hello or good morning, is it? Let's see, Michael, can't wait until you move to Mars with Elon and watch different streams. Email delay, jeez. Yeah, I'll be doing like tutorials for SpaceX next. Here's what to expect on your 9-month trip to Mars. Elon, sign me up. You know you want to. Milo, welcome. How's it going? Oh, not Siberia. Serbia. Oh, sorry, NG. Serbia. Sorry, my mistake. I misread that as I was going through quite quickly. Right. Before start procedure, if center fuel tank, we don't have any fuel in the center tank, so fuel pumps all come on.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do whatever you tell me to.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Right, upper DU. So we've got hydraulic pressure. Got brake pressure there. Anti-collision light comes on. Elevator trim set as per the trim there. So we're pretty much already on 4.9. Disconnect. Alright, so just about ready for engine start. So we'll go secondary engine page. Packs come off.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
I was about to say you have a nice flight as well. That's not going to work. Right. Engine 2 then engine 1. There she goes. Bye, sweetie. Alright. Set that to ground. So start valve open, into movements. Lovely sounds in this mod as well. Deep rumble of the engine. Once we get up to 25, set that to idle. Got fuel flow. Engine speed's rising, engine temperature's rising. Starter cat out at 56, engine or starter light comes out. Do the same with engine 1. So once again we'll wait for 25 on the N2. Bring that up to idle at 25. Engine speed continues to rise. Temperature N1's rising, fuel flow is active. start to cat out, so we'll wait for the M1 to continue rising. Let's have a look here. Stephen, welcome, how's it going? Stephen, currently near my neck of the woods on holiday in the Highlands. Nice! Come and say hi. Milo, Explain 11, is it? Yes, it is, yeah. Right, sorry, I'll catch up with the chat in a second. I just want to do all of the after startup checks. So generators 1 and 2 come on. Probe heat switches both come on. Wing and engine anti-ice is needed, not needed. Packs come back to auto. Isolation valve goes to auto. APU bleeder switch goes off. APU itself comes off. Engine start switch is continuous. Engine start levers idle. Flaps set at 5. Flight controls check. So you can't see the pitch and the yaw moving, but those all work. Center display blank out. Transponder set altitude off. That's here to recall. Oops. Nothing stays around. Good. I still hit the trim there. She's still been about 4.9. Good. Before taxi, we not using ATC, so we'll set the taxi light on. Parking brake comes off, and we'll start taxiing. Oops. Let's see, Michael, your name's going to be on a rover. Nice, well played. Right, so give it a bit of throttle. Right, now I have no idea where I'm going or how I'm going to get to the runway thingy-majig. Oops, not one map. So basically going to the far end and turning right. Still have the brakes applied. That's not going to work. Let's see. Milo. This aircraft looks much more complicated than the A320. There's a lot more to do before in the pre-flight. There's a lot more to do than the A320, but then there's a lot less to do during the flights. So it's a bit of a trade-off between the Boeing and the Airbus. Right, so while we taxi, we'll go with the radar on. I don't think it works in X-Plane without an add-on. No fuel in the center tanks. Terrain radar. Excuse me, not needed. Flaps, set for takeoff. 5 LE flaps. Excuse me, and elevator trim is set. So we're just going to be taxiing. Yeah, it's runway 36. Let's see, Milo, watched the EasyJet Inside the Cockpit documentary on YouTube the other day, hoping maybe 2 for me in it. Actually, one of the pilots, that pilot Emma Henderson, the older lady pilot, she, I know her. I actually do know her. She's come into my workplace a couple of times, so I have met her, and I didn't realise that she was a celebrity now. So that was pretty cool watching her on that show. Bless you. Thank you very much. That's it. Damn cold weather catching up with me. Duke, what has the best? I guess that's meant to be standard realistic scenery. P3D or X-Plane? I'd probably say X-Plane. A lot of the like the roads and railways positioning by default are better in X-Plane. Hey, there we are. TT Tong, welcome. How's it going? And AM, welcome. How's it going, guys? Good to see you again. Milo, wow, that's cool. Yeah, Actually, funny little story. Actually, that Captain Emma Henderson, who was on that TV show, what was it, last winter? She was flying from Gatwick up to Inverness, and we had some really bad weather at Inverness, and she saw like the METAR and the TAF and the weather reports, but she didn't know just how bad it was. So guess what? She called me at my workplace to ask me basically what the weather was like. She needed some kind of like just like eyes on the ground basically to tell her what the weather was actually like at Inverness, which is pretty cool. And I was only more than happy to help her out and tell her what the story was. And actually managed to give her a bit of very sneaky insider information as well, because we've got an airband radio at work, so we can listen to air traffic control communications. And the weather was so foggy at Inverness that planes couldn't land, and they were diverting to Aberdeen. And literally what I'd heard on the radio a couple of minutes. Whoops, plane's not turning, and I know why. 2 seconds. There we go. And like the fog was that bad that no planes were landing at Inverness. And I'd heard a Flybe on the radio receive a message from their operations department saying, if you're going to divert to Aberdeen, divert now, because Aberdeen's almost filled to capacity with aircraft diverting there. And so I heard that on the radio, and then that Captain Henderson called me up about 5 minutes after that. And so I told her that, if you're planning on using Aberdeen as a divert airport, it might not work, because I just heard on the radio that they're filling up. So so that was a bit of a very useful insider information for her, and it helped her kind of plan her alternate airports differently. So quite a cool little story that I like it anyway. I can't remember what time I have set in the sim. 10:54. Okay. The sun seems like it's very low in the sky for the time of day it is. I must have the sim set to winter time or something. Right, so basically we're going to the end of this taxiway, turning left. No, we're not turning left. We're turning left. No, actually, okay, so we'll turn right at the end of this taxiway. Yeah, we'll turn right at the end of this taxiway. We'll see how we go. Will Morgan, welcome, how's it going? Andy, different what pleasant surprise, how are you? I'm doing good, Andy, how are you? Let's see, Will Steam excuse me, the Steam Etsy stream and where we're going today. Yes. This is a live stream, not a live Steam. And we're flying from Amsterdam to Inverness, so we're just taxiing at Amsterdam just now, and then we'll be taking off hopefully in the next 5 minutes or so. So we've got a very long taxi. We're going to be taking off from runway 36 left, which is the one that's kind of as far away from Schiphol as you can get from the main terminal. So we've got a bit of a taxi to get there, unfortunately, which is what we're doing just now. So we're taking the second right. Bring the throttle back a little bit. We'll take this right here. So it'll be third left, I would think. Yeah, third left. Let's see. Andy, very good. Bit rough from a couple of real life issues, but grand well. Oh, good stuff. Well, hope the real life things aren't too bad. Let's see, Luciano, would you say the Zibo 737 is as good as the PMDG 737? Oh, I think the graphical fidelity of the PMDG is better than this, because this is more of a default. In X-Plane 11, this is more of a default 737 enhancements rather than a completely new add-on aircraft or a modded aircraft. Would I say it's better? It does a couple of things better, but I still think the PMDG overall is just a bit more of a polished product. Although it might be because this is an older version of the Zibo. And I remember in an earlier version, the autopilot didn't seem quite smooth when, and it's still, when I was testing this earlier, it still doesn't seem quite smooth enough on the autopilot. For example, the throttle adjustments are quite abrupt, whereas in the PMDG, the autopilot or the coding for the autopilot just seems to smoothen out a lot of transitions a lot better. Like, for example, if you're descending and then you level off, in the Zibo, the speed will drop, and then the autopilot tends to go, oh crap, speed, and then it throws a bootload of throttle in to recover the speed. Whereas in the PMDG, it kind of smooths that whole out, and it kind of increases the power slowly as you level off to maintain the speed, rather than let the speed drop and then come back. So there's certain things that PMDG does better, but the Zibo is still a free add-on. It's still a free enhancement to download. So I don't know. I'd say the PMDG is still a bit more of a polished product, but the Zibo, for what the Zibo is exceptional. Let's see, John. Since when did I start streaming again? Since about an hour ago, I think. Let's see. Norwegian, welcome. How's it going? Is anyone watching the Starlink launch tonight? Ooh, maybe. What time? UTC. Let's see, Stephen. Time off, Doof. Can I come and meet you in Glenshee tomorrow? Then, unfortunately, not. No, I'm working tomorrow, so yeah, I'm gonna be chained to my desk again. But I don't mind. I love my job. And if someone was asking if I'm unwell, yes, I am. I've got a cold. Right. So next left will be our turn. So we're trundling along at a very steady, a respectable 14 knots at the moment. Oops, until I hit the throttle there, that's going to probably make that all skew with. John, how have I been? I'm doing well, John. How about yourself? How have you been getting on? So we're just going to pretend that we've got taxi clearance. So we're going to be blowing across runway 36 Central here, runway 36 Center here. Now, obviously, in real life, you'd wait for taxi clearance. You'd be checking left and right as you approach the runway. Let's see, Will Morgan, flight time. So flight time is going to be about 1 hour, 1.5 hours roughly. 1 hour 27 minutes, I think it is. Let's see, Duke, will this be regular or still not yet? Still not yet. Bort, is it just because the frame rate a little low? It might be the frame rate's a little low. Right, so now we're taking the next right. And then left, and then runway. Good. Let's see, Andy, you're getting frame drops as well. Ah, okay, it could be OBS is about to freeze up again. What I might do actually is I might restart OBS before I take off as well, just to be safe. Let's see, Lantern, what's the easiest way to learn ground school without actually going to a flight school? Question for you then, Lantern. Are you in the UK by any chance? And had to learn all these things. I'm still amazed. I just went on Google, basically. Any question I had about aviation, I Googled it and I found answers. I was just incredibly curious about aviation. Let's see, Stephen, have a safe flight. Hope the PPE is strapped in good and tight. Yes, always is. The PPE PLB has been enabled. The Inverness, why not? It's my hometown. And plus I'm mimicking real world flight KLM 927, which conveniently goes to Inverness. Lads, not be from Macedonia. Ah, okay. Well, the best thing to do would be to... I'm not sure where Macedonians could do their flight training, but there should be a set of PPL theory books that you can study. For example, the books that I've got in the UK are called Air Pilots Manuals, and they're 7 books which cover a range of topics from meteorology to air law to navigation and things like that. So if you can pick up a set of those books, they will teach you everything, all of the theory stuff you need to know for getting a PPL. So whilst I just did it through Google, if you wanted to do it using proper study materials, look for PPL curriculum books, and they should teach you pretty much everything you need to know. Maximilian, how long until takeoff? Just a couple more minutes. Badr, welcome, how's it going? Let's see, Stephen has got to run and do a few things for tomorrow. No worries, Stephen, we'll catch you later. See, Jakeem, you're at co-working at M&S. I know you are. How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. I've heard your very docile tones on the radio at work. I work over at Highland Aviation, by the way. How's it going, Jakeem? How's it going? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Is it Jakeem or is it Joachim? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name. That's so bad. You would have had a busy day today then, wouldn't you? Let's see, Aviation Ryan, welcome. Hello brother, how's life been keeping you? Very well. How you doing, Ryan? Badr, cabin crew prepare for takeoff. Yeah, we're almost there. We're at Amsterdam just now. Let's see, Lantern, very happy, thank you so much. Planning to get a PPL next summer. Good stuff. Yeah, if you look through those PPL books, yeah, you're looking at subjects which cover things like air law, meteorology, navigation, principles of flights, aircraft general, flight planning performance, human performance limitations, and operational procedures are most of the main topics, and radio communications as well. If you study all of those, that should put you well on your way to knowing all of the theory to get your PPL. Right, there it is. Finally. We've been taxiing for so long. But we're almost there. Runway 36 left at Amsterdam Schiphol. We're about ready for takeoff. Right, what I might do as well is I might restart OBS before I get onto the runway, because I don't want OBS freezing up on me during the takeoff. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So the stream, yeah, I'll do that. So the stream will freeze for a moment, but for your viewing benefits, yeah, for your viewing benefit, I'll restart OBS before we hit the runway. Right. Okay, let's stop it there. Right, so the stream is going to freeze for a moment. Please let me know if it comes back okay afterwards, but I'll be 2 seconds. Right, okay, that should be okay now. Please let me know in the chat if that's come back okay, and if it has, then we will take off. We should be good to go. Let's see, Milo, PPL is expensive, 10,000 euros, is it? It's probably about that much, yeah. Different flight schools in different countries charge different amounts, but in the UK, or comparing that to the UK, yeah, you're probably looking at about 10,000 euros. Alright. Now you're still going. Good. Yeah, OBS is looking okay. Let's see. Right, are we all okay? I just want to see a few more messages. Let me know it's all okay before I get going. And I think it's okay, but I'm very drunk. Here, give me a go at this plane. Right, we'll see this. We do have a legit air traffic controller in the room. I'm going to go Schiphol Tower, KLM 927, holding at Victor 4 requests, or ready for departure. Let's see if we get a response for that. Let's have a look here. Where's ports? Not much in the US. Thinking of getting a PPL over the summer. Yeah, I know in the United States they're very friendly towards light aircraft flying. Let's see, Badr, why can't we hear ATC? Because we're not using ATC, but we do have an air traffic controller in the chat who might respond to my request for takeoff. Robert Ross looks good. Thank you very much for confirming that, guys. Right, and if I don't get a response from our ATCO, then I might just get a move on. Okay, I'm gonna pretend that I heard line up and wait runway 36 left. Right, so give it the brakes. We're gonna go strobe lights on. Hey Jakeem, runway 36 left, clear for takeoff, surface wind 340 at 4. Clear for takeoff, KLM 927. Clear for takeoff runway 36 left. KLM 927. So we're going to set transponder up to TARA. Badr, ATC makes it realistic. It does, yeah. Although I still don't trust VATSIM. Yeah, I still don't trust using a service like VATSIM after what they did to me. Excuse me. I'm not going to do the whole like or trying to mimic the ATC because I have no idea what a commercial jet would say. mid-flight. Alright, let's get this lined up here. Okay, so hold it on the brakes. Get landing lights on. Okay, throttle's up to 40. Brakes off. Hit toga. So looking down the far end of the runway. Power is set.
Rotate.
Just keep those coming up.
Positive rate.
Gear comes up. Following the flight director.
$400.
Okay, so gets autopilot on. So taxi light goes off.
1,000.
Auto brakes off. And the gear off. The slide switches off. C6. Brake switch. Done. And we're up and away. Let's see, now fuel. Does the default X-Plane ATC include Citizen Stars? I don't think ATC does. I know that the nav data in X-Plane certainly does, but I don't know if the flaps coming up as well. I don't know if the ATC uses it. Nav fuel. The mic buttons used for Toga. It is, yes. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing too much of that during this flight, please. We're not on 737 MAX here. Or the default ATC and everything can do some wonky stuff sometimes it can't do, yeah. And you turn off the toilet seat, I'm bursting. Nah, not yet. Alright, we're going to stand the pressure. Fixed landing lights off at 10,000 feet. Let's see, Luciano. Contact departure 125.75. Are the rest of Europe still on 0.25 spacing on their radios, or are they moving out to 8.33 spacing on their radios? So that should be 0.750. See what's next. Probably once we get around to this next turn, then I'll do the lights and the passenger seats. So it's just about to head over the coast of Amsterdam there, or Amsterdam, the coast of Netherlands. So our flight plans are going to pretty much take us up towards the. I think it's going to be about towards Edinburgh Dundee way. Then we're going to approach Inverness from the south, and yeah, have a good time. Let's see, Andy, it's getting rough, sweating, bladder pinching. Didn't expect. Alright. There you go. Seatbelt signs are off. Put the lights off. If you listen carefully, you can hear Andy padding down to the
Ladies
front.
and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruise altitude, for your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air.
Joachim, what's
Also
my
remember to
ETA
use
for
caution when opening overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight.
1 hour and 20 minutes.
We've now reached an altitude where it is safe
I'll be
to use
probably
approved
top percent at
electronic
1 hour.
devices. Please be reminded that federal regulations prohibit the use of cellular network services
Yeah,
during
about
the
an hour.
flight. After the meal service, duty-free sales will begin. The catalog in your seat pocket describes the merchandise available today. We accept all major credit cards, US dollars, and other currencies for duty-free purchases. Due to security regulations, we'd like to remind you about restrictions to carry on baggage containing liquids, gels, or creams.
It's quiet. Let's see, Milo, the Dutch King is a captain of KLM. Oh, really? Let's see, where is born? When do they start serving drinks? Now, I guess. I don't know if we have I don't think we've got a. Oh wait, hang on, 1 and 2. Doors lighting. Let's not go into doors page. I don't think we've got an in-flight service in this version of the Zibo. Unfortunately. There you go. Leave that there. Andy, just sit over for the cabin crew at the back. Triple rum and coke. No worries. Luciano, should be learning a bit from school test tomorrow, so good night, nice stream. Hope we do some more streams like this in the future. I'll try my best, Luciano. I can't make any promises because I'm quite busy. I'm quite a busy boy with work nowadays, but yeah, I'll hopefully stream again in the future sometime soon. Buenas noches. Speaking of drinks, I'm going to go and make myself a drink as well. So, everyone, you're in charge. You have control. Make sure the plane goes alright, and I'm going to get myself a top up as well. See you in a bit. Well, I say see you in a bit. I'll see you in like a minute, or less. Do forget to read to it. Hey, behave yourself, guys and girls. Right. See, now the frustrating thing is I've got donuts sitting just over there. I'm like, do I? Don't I? I don't know. autopilot because they won't know how to fly a plane. It's alright, the autopilot's going to take care of most of the journey anyway, so it's fine. It'll be fine. Anyway, cheers. Clink. Clink. Actually, I'll do it on the mic. There you go, clink. Okay, so, yeah. Flight time is going to be about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Well, 27 I think to be exact. I didn't catch what time we took off, so about an hour we'll be descending, I guess. Interesting flashing. I refuse to believe that's just a strobe. Oh no, we are climbing through some clouds. I want to go to an outside view, but I've got a horrible feeling it's going to be like ear-splittingly loud. Oh well. Let's just go for a wander, shall we? There we go. Imagine if this happened in real life. Oh, Coke. Does anyone want a Coke? Andy, you wanted a Coke and rum, yeah? Can I pick this up? Don't know if I can. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, how are you? Something, yes. Yes. Yes, hello. Enjoy the flight so far, yes. Let's see. See, Andy, your wife was just giving you some spare ribs. Right, what happened to the non-spare ribs? What happened to the regular ribs? Cooking well, mate. Thanks, no worries. I'll get to you, Andy. What seat are you in? I'll get there incredibly slowly. Okay, and problem number 2: we don't have seat numbers. Right, okay. I better get back to the front. Oh yeah, I forgot this was a thing. Austin Meyer, the lead developer of X-Plane 11, is in first class. That's a terrifying in-flight movie if I've ever seen one. Sitting down and watching Austin Meyer. Nah, he's actually a really cool guy. I've seen a presentation with him at the Cosford Flight Show. Very passionate flight simmer and developer. And I believe he's got a PPL license himself anyway. So he's a good guy. Raisin text, a legend of streaming. Cheers, mate. Just want to say, live, thank you for all the great work you've done with tutorials. Really appreciate what you've done. Oh, thank you very much, Raisin. I'm glad you found the tutorials good fun. Did you just leave the rubber coke and walk out myself? I'm sorry, I couldn't move any faster than that. Was it Zuli? I think that's how you pronounce your name. Only one the jump seat. Milo, can I recommend Ortho for XP for VFR? I've not used it myself, but I've seen that it's pretty good. So I know a lot of people use it for VFR flying, so I think quite a few people could recommend it. I see Lantern. Have to leave. Have a great night and a great stream so far. No worries, Lantern. Thank you very much for coming along. You'll be able to catch the rest of the stream on the channel after the stream has ended, so don't worry about that. So if you want to see how the landing pans out, you can. Right, well, we are currently at 28,300 feet, travelling along at a steady Mach 0.698. Trim is going crazy. Yeah. Let's see. Excuse me. The piano. Orbex is doing their May sale. Are they? I thought they just had a sale just like a few weeks ago. I thought they had a sale at the start of May. All is on 50%. Oh, really? Well, that'd be an interesting thing to look at then, because Orbex have got their True Earth series of products. Funnily enough, actually, they got one of Amsterdam, I believe, or the Netherlands, which are meant to be quite good. Yeah, a little bit of traffic out there. I wonder if we'll see that traffic on the. Oh, we can't see them on the map display there. Oh, that's classy. Well, there you go. That is pretty cool, that is. So that's just X-Plane's default offline traffic. Rather conveniently, going right over the top of my head. How about that? Good thing my climb performance wasn't much better, otherwise I would have gone head to head with it. Let's see, Andy, what are your film choices on the in-flight entertainment then? Well, you've got Austin Meyer, the developer of X-Plane. The Matrix, Snakes on the Plane, Sully, Armageddon, Top Gun, the Memphis Belle, Dam Busters, what's one of them? Air Force One, and any other Hollywood blockbuster aviation films you can think of. Me though, Orbex have the whole of the UK, I think, in 3 parts. Yes, they do for X-Plane, not for P3D and FSX yet. But the whole of the UK, they have True Earth coverage for X-Plane. Let's see, Wes, greetings from the US. Your video single-handedly made you proficient in the AT2 and nothing more AV. Thanks. Thank you very much for watching the videos, Wes. It's very kind of you to say. And I'm glad that my videos could help you out. Schrodinger's cat. You're alive! Hello, Schrodinger, how's it going? You can see. Storm, the mask, surely. Yeah, we've got the whole Jim Carrey backlog on board as well. So, the mask, Ace Ventura 1 and 2, Liar Liar, Bruce Almighty, and then some of his more sensible work as well. And the in-flight TV isn't working. Permission to move up to seats 23D. How about Andy? Would you be interested in moving to seat P2? I.e., right over there. How's that for your in-flight entertainment? Sitting right there. Where are we in the world? So we're right over the middle of the North Sea at the moment. Already there, holding in there, slightly warm rum and coke. Alright. There you go. This is your view now for the rest of the flight. interesting getting a bit of wing flex up at cruising altitude. So what do you definitely not touch? All of it, basically. Everything. Oh, hello. Got more traffic. Hold on. According to that, we've got some traffic. So that's ahead of us, just above us. There's a plane there. This is interesting. So this is just explains built-in traffic all around. Yeah, that's at least 15 miles away, so that's alright. That's pretty cool. Storm, especially the pilot. Yeah, don't touch me. That'd be weird. Let's see, Harry, how's it going? Long time no speak to you. Remember you? Of course I remember you, Harry. How's it going? My Ruba, how's it going? How am I doing? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm sucking an ice cube now. Deal with my sore tooth. It's crazy. I'm 30 years old. I think I'm still getting I think my wisdom teeth are still pushing through. Weird. Just burning an ice cube into the back of my mouth. Ah, yeah. Okay. See, Andy, nothing worse than a sore tooth. Yeah. I thought it was just like a mouth ulcer at first, but oh, it feels like there's a wisdom tooth trying to push through. It fucking hurts. I see, Andy, a slip disc. But yeah. Or a barocellitis. That's a bit of a bugger as well. Oh, that's cold. Ooh, chilly. Baruba, glad to see you still. Glad to see you doing the live stream. How's life at the airport? Life at the airport is very good. Very good, very happy. Lots of promise and ambition for the future, so yeah, life's very good. How's life with you? Let's see, Ports, got your wisdom teeth removed, hated it, yeah. Let's see, kidney stones, that's a real level as well, I can imagine so, yeah. What's up with the Mach indicator and display? It's Andy's fault. He's unbalancing the cockpit up here. We've still got wing flex. We're probably going through some turbulent air, that's what it is. That makes for quite an uncomfortable flight though. Ah well. You'll be fine. right. Oops. So I do believe that everything is. Excuse me. Everything is working as expected. So we're all happy. Still over the middle of the North Atlantic at the moment. So we took off from Amsterdam. We're going to be flying into sort of lower Scotland and then approach Inverness from the south. So it'll be good. See, and the going back to the cabin crew, going to grab a few packets of crisps, some of those ham and cheese melts that are hotter than the surface of the sun, and 20 of those tiny bottles of wine. Anything I need for myself? Yeah, I could do with the Kit Kat, please. Hang on, let me. There you go. Yeah, I could do with the Kit Kat. Thank you very much, Andy. Appreciate it. Give us a knock when you're coming back. Does anyone want any more from Andy? Because if Andy's picking up that much stuff, he might as well just be one of the cabin crew. Let's see, ports. You need hydraulic suspension in every seat. No, you just need to have some of those ham and cheese melts. Give you a bit more padding around the tush. That's all you need. I have a plane over on our left now, apparently. Oops. Ah, there he is. I think he's going away from us. You just keep seeing traffic popping up over here on this screen. Pretty cool. Let's see, Russell, was there any training flights today at Echo Golf Pub Echo with regards to ATC? Don't know, I wasn't at work today, but I wouldn't have thought so. Because we thought of moving our operation out to Easter Airfield to cover off the strike action today, but not to my knowledge, no. The only flights that may or may not have taken place were either the air ambulance or search and rescue flights. They're the only two companies on the airfield that had the out-of-hours indemnity. I think if you check the NOTAMs from Inverness, you'll see ATZ deactivated, which basically means the airfield is closed for anyone who wants to check that. Excuse me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Actually, Russell Campbell, are you the Russell Campbell that's a student with us? Someone mentioned the other day that one of our students was asking if I was a YouTuber. I think it was yourself. Indeed, nice. Okay, good stuff. Where's more? What did I miss from overseas? Why is Inverness closed? Inverness was closed today in real life because air traffic controllers are going on strike over a dispute with the airport owners. So yeah, air traffic controllers at Inverness basically went on strike today, so the airport was closed. Let's see, Andy. Wait a minute, how far north is Inverness exactly? I will show you. So Inverness is right here. And the airport itself is... So Inverness City is there, and the airport is right there. So it's about 10 miles by road away from the city. Oops, no, come back. Russell, in again, expecting. Ah, nice. TT grabs some antibiotics for Dave as well. Yeah, geez, I'm gonna need some. Milo, but they don't speak Gaelic in Scotland. They do. They do. Some people actually do. There are still some regions of the Scottish Highlands which speak Gaelic. We still have a Gaelic TV channel in Scotland as well. So there must be people that Andy, I live in southeast London. How am I going to get home? Didn't even bring a jacket and shorts and t-shirt. Where are we now? Well, you could jump. No, you're not going to be able to skydive that far. Well, I think we're going to be passing quite close to Newcastle, so you could jump and parachute into Newcastle. Actually, no, that's a fate worse than death. Edinburgh. I think we're going to be passing over Edinburgh, so we could drop you off in Edinburgh, maybe. That's the best I can do for you, I'm sorry. You should come up to Inverness. The air quality is so much better. What traffic do we have now? Just above us to our left. Or to our right, rather. Right, no. There he is. Is that 1,000 feet above us? Ah, there he is. I like that X-Plane has this like super pilot vision, like FSX does. I think the traffic with X-Plane, there's not actually like a world populated with traffic. I think it just spawns aircraft in your vicinity as you're flying along, just to make it feel like there's a bit more going on than there actually is. Let's see, Andy. Is there Welsh Gaelic? I don't know if there's a Welsh Gaelic. It might just be Welsh. I don't think it's Gaelic specifically. I know that Welsh is still very prominent in Wales. Oh. Let's see, Ashwin, welcome, how's it going? Alright, so top of descent is about 150 miles away. Maybe we can probably check actually how far away it is. 130 miles away. So just about 15 minutes away. Might go get myself another drink before we get there. Actually, while we're not doing much, we'll start getting ready for landing now. So what we'll do is we'll go and grab an ATIS for this. This is the key thing that I've learned through flight sim. This is the key thing I've learned about flying, is getting things done as early as possible, so that you're not like rushing and you don't fall behind the aircraft. So I'm still 150 or 120 miles ish away from my top of descent, but I'm already starting to think about my arrival into Inverness, and I'm going to start planning for my arrival at Inverness. So starting to understand what the winds are like at Inverness and things like that. It makes life so much easier. Oh gosh, excuse me. So 25017. So stiff headwind. Fair bit of cloud coverage. Right, so probably check that again just as we begin our top of descent. But we're doing alright for now. Alex, welcome, how's it going? Where's Bort? Someone put a coffee pot in the toilet. That's Gina. She's always playing pranks like that. Just don't worry about it. Right. I'm gonna go and grab another drink before we hit top of the descent. So I will be back in about another 60 seconds or so, and I shall see you shortly. In about 60 seconds or so. Let's see, Russell, am I getting good performance from an X-plane? It's been hit or miss for you at the moment. I don't do enough simming to really see a trend with it, but I think I'm getting good performance at the moment. I think I'm getting a good steady 35 frames per second is what I was aiming for when I initially set it up. Excuse me, I'm burping. I don't have my settings maxed out on X-Plane, but I think I'm getting a good steady, consistent 35 frames per second on X-Plane. So I found that to be quite consistent as well. So yeah, it's been okay for me, and I'm not sure if anyone else has had similar things or had noticed any performance issues. Let's see. Hacker, welcome. How's it going? Sorry, Milo. Explain performance is so much better than B3D. I didn't notice that. I did start up.
Traffic.
Hello.
Traffic.
Where?
Clear of conflict.
This guy in front of us. That's concerning. Got someone in front of us. Get in my way, you're ruining my live stream. there he is. Half off. Yeah, you better keep turning. A nice, calm, relaxing flight here. Something just passed. Did it really? Right, I need to change the settings then. Something, but did it really? I'm nervous now. That might be out of the TCAS. Yeah, you're ruining my live stream. Right, what's the registration? Looks like an American Airlines to me. Yeah, you better keep going. It's all like just point and boo. Something flew past. Okay, I'll have to go back and review the footage then. That's bizarre. Okay. Well, it didn't hit us, so that's the main thing. Thanks. Gosh, right. So top of the descent looks like it's about 80 miles away, so we're doing alright. Yeah, so I think in about 10 minutes we're gonna, or within 10 minutes we'll start descending. And then, yeah. I don't know what kind of approach to try and go for at Inverness. What approaches do we have available over this? Probably be a better question. Launches and arrivals, Inverness. So it'll be runway 23. Bombay. There's Bombay to the south. Which will go by Aberdeen. Bombay's coming in from the north. No, forget it, we'll just do a regular INS. I know the INS arrival. Yep, that's all good. Let's have a look here. Nicholas, had to be, it was a 2-engine aircraft. Was it really? Blue Jay, one time the Zibo went inverted on you in final. Well, that's not good if it does that. It's definitely not good. Let's see, Russell, are both 38 still flying? Yes. Yeah, one of them had its 50-hour check at the start of the week, but now they're both still flying at the moment. I say at the moment like I'm expecting one to go down. No, they are definitely still flying. I said they're both still flying as if one of them was going to go offline soon. No. Now they're both okay, to my knowledge. Although I've been off for a couple of days, so I don't know what the current state of the fleet is. Andy, back. You passed out in the toilets there for a bit, but you're grand now. Feel fresh and sharp. Ready for landing. You're landing this, right? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, Andy, was that you that left the coffee pot in the toilet then? Because someone found the coffee pot in the toilet earlier. I thought it was one of our flight attendants playing a prank. I'm kind of anxious because I did a quick test flight on this earlier and the landing was pretty sharp, and I'm just hoping that I can do the same again for the live stream. I'm hoping my real world landing technique will carry across into the sim. Let's see, query, how do I know which runway I will land on? Basically, we take a look at the weather reports and find out which way the wind is blowing from, and then from that, because we're going to be landing going into the wind, so you just look at the runways at your destination airports, and whichever one lines up the best with the wind is more than likely going to be the runway that you're going to land on. So just now, just hitting the coast of the UK, way down there. I don't have any scenery add-ons or anything, so this is all default X-plane scenery down there. So Edinburgh will be just about up here somewhere. Hey, there we go, don't have any wind wobble anymore. It's not really much to do now until we hit the top of the descent and hopefully not bump into any other aircraft. Yeah, so once we hit the top of the descent, what we're going to do is get another ATIS report, another weather report, just make sure the weather hasn't changed all that much over this. And then, yeah, and then we're just basically going to overfly the runway, do a 180 to line up with runway 23, and then land this sucker, basically. Let's see, Nicholas, your F6 tutorial really helped you a lot. I'm glad. Let's also, what else is your, what airlines is something? Never mind. Okay, yeah, KLM. Let's see, Andy, not much to do. Sounds like a good time to make a cocktail. I'll drink to that. Cheers. Clink. You know what I mean. Try and clink and then I'm just beating up the microphone anyway. Let's see. So 12:07, so yeah, 6 minutes now. Top of the set, 5 minutes. What I will do is start rolling down the altitude so that when we do reach the top of the descent, so basically by rolling down the altitude you can see that the plane's not responding just now. However, basically what I'm doing is I'm giving the plane permission to descend down to whatever altitude I set. So I think for the approach for 2-3 it's about 2,200. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to give the autopilot permission to descend down to 2,200 feet. Yeah. Go. So that's better. Let's see, Russell, when do you think you should be looking at organising your medical? Only on less than 3 at the moment. The sooner the better, really. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, just the sooner the better, really, whenever it's practical. You certainly don't want to get up to almost being ready for your first solo and you still haven't done it. So no, if you do it as soon as you can, or as soon as it's practical for you, yeah, you're not really going to lose out or miss out at all. So because you're training quite regularly, so yeah, do it as soon as it's practical, really. iFlesh, PMDG 737 or Zibo 737. If you're talking about what I'm flying just now, this is the Zibo 737. If you're talking about which I prefer to fly, I don't really know yet. Andy's going back for some peanuts. Alright, Andy. Live the dream. Let's see. Russell, I guess Sam will let you know in time. Yeah, I think yeah, the sooner the better, but yeah, probably best not to wait until one of the instructors is telling you to go and do it, because by that time if the instructors are telling you to go and do it, then you're going to be getting pretty close to, or they're getting pretty close to wanting to send you for a solo. So yeah, the sooner, if you can get that done and out of the way, the better, really. Kitty, you put Command A on with the altitude on the MCP, the plane just stays level. Are you doing this wrong? No, what you might want to do is choose level change, and that should force the plane to climb or descend to your selected altitude. Milo, are we doing the ILS approach? No, we're going to highball it, mate. Unfortunately, I think we are going to have to do an ILS because we've got overcast at 2,000 was the last weather report. So we're just about to hit our top of descent, so as soon as we do start descending, we're going to start rattling through some descent checks. Again, as I said earlier, I found that for your least stressful flight sim experience, try and get as much done as early as possible. So you can see the throttles are coming back now. The plane is trimming itself automatically, and we're going to start descending anyway with that. iFlish, what does level change mean and when should you use it? So level change is basically when you set an altitude and you want the plane to get to that altitude as quickly as possible, you would enable level change, and it will sort of fly to that altitude as quickly as possible. And your ham and cheese belt is still like yellow lava. Just open up your side window and hold it out in the airflow for a second. We should sort it out for you. Now we're getting traffic alerts again. So we've got a plane directly ahead of us. Why is there a plane directly ahead of us? There he is. Can we start descending? He's still there. You get rid of his contrails all you want, but I can still see him. That's right, you get out of my way. Busy airspace. It's not. The X-plane just keeps spawning aircraft in front of me for some reason. It's making me nervous. Yes, and is that live traffic? No, it's not. Ah, tooth. No, it's not live traffic. Might fly in the hands. Andy, do we have a first officer? No, Andy, you are the first officer, so it's just going to blow back and hit you in the face. Right, there we go. Now we're finally descending. Jeez. Ethan, is the Zibo mod coming to the Steam store? No, because it's not a paid product. So I can't imagine it be on the Steam store at all. Right, so that's us now finally descending. So what we're going to do is we're going to check the pressurization landing altitude. So if this airport is it's about 32 feet, 20 to 30 feet, so we're not going to change the landing altitude there. LCA recall, we'll check it. Nothing outstanding after pressing the button. CDU descent page. So we'll go descent. We'll go to the forecast. Transition level is 3000. I think everything actually is. I think everything is actually 4000. Just do that. Approach ref page. So we're going to go for VRF speed of 140. Minimum selector. So we're going to be going. I think it's 232 feet. Nav radio set for approach, so 108.5, 108.5, MCP core selectors, 232, 232, auto brake as needed, set auto brake at 2. What's the Steam surprise then? Well, basically, after the live stream, there's going to be a video of a sauna, that's about it. See, Andy, reminds you of a trip from London to Dublin. How much is still ridiculous on the place starts to descend. Well, that is a very short flight, though. To be fair, it's hardly a flight. You'll be taking off, getting up to cruising altitude, and then beginning to land again. Speaking of, I should probably do a little announcement.
Having on board today, I hope you enjoyed the flight.
Okay, great. I'm missing the entire speech there. Fantastic. Anywho. Right, let's start zooming in on the map a little bit. Jeez, all I can say is, with this blocked nose, thank goodness I am not flying for real, because I would be suffering from some serious barosinitis. Let's see, Andy, that's exactly it. Same as I can fly off. Yeah. It'd just be like up and down. Great. Got another plane on the map there, but he's 8,000 feet above us. Distance is getting further, so he's not concerned. So all of my descent checks have been done. Conduct the approach briefing. Well, we're going to be flying ILS. Approach into Inverness, following standard. Or we're going to be following the published ILS approach. ILS VMR DME. Yeah. Let's see, Andy, how is that for pilots taking time off work, B&L ramifications? I don't know. But, well, I mean, I don't think it would be much of a big deal, because one of the first questions any pilot should ask themselves before going to flying is, am I fit to fly? And if you're not fit to fly, you're not flying, because it's a significant safety hazard if the pilot, the person who is in command of the aircraft, is not well enough to fly the aircraft. So I would think, or I'd hope that in the aviation, safety and common sense would prevail, and if a pilot says I'm too ill to fly, then their employer would go, do you know what, that's absolutely fine, that's no problem at all. I don't think it would reflect badly on the pilot, or they would get fired for being ill, for example. Ashley, what's my PC specs? If you go to the About page of my YouTube channel, all my PC specs are there. Right, Andy, one other thing, if you need a slash, go for a slash now, because at 10,000 feet the seatbelt signs are coming back on. Let's see, Andy, you're legally obliged to call it in. Yes, you are, yeah. Yeah, there's a thing in aviation called threat and error management, and yeah, one of the starting things, or one of the common things that yeah, you check from like, even when you're in flight school learning your PPL, one of the most common elements that applies to every single flight is you, the pilot. Are you, the pilot, fit to fly? That is the common denominator to every single flight that you take part in as a pilot. You know, you'll fly different aircraft, you'll fly different routes, you'll fly in different parts of the world, but every single flight that you fly in as a pilot, you are the single common denominator in every single flight. So you start with, are you okay? Are you fit to fly? Are you physically healthy? Are you mentally healthy? Are you prepared? Are you ready? Are you tired? have you been drinking alcohol or taking drugs that you shouldn't have? So everything starts with the pilot, or specifically the pilot in command, to be very specific. And then you go down a whole human performance routes as well. You know, if you're tired, how does that affect your performance as a pilot, and all sorts of things like that. So that's all stuff I'm yet to learn though. Cool. Right, we are well on our way. So we're down at 19,600 feet at the moment, descending nicely. We're on our vertical descent path, so no concerns there. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to fly directly over the airport, and yeah, it's going to be good. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to fly over the airport, turn out towards the North Sea, do a big U-turn, and then come back in and land, essentially. So we're just heading over central-ish Scotland at the moment. Yeah, the aircraft, I've done all my checks, so the next set of checks I'll be doing are at 10,000 feet. We'll be putting the seatbelt signs on, we'll get the landing lights on, and we'll probably set the local barometric pressure as well at some point. Let's see, Russell, have I done any of the theory exams yet? I think I'll do air law and comms next time we are in. Yes, I have. I've done 3 of them. I've done air law, I've done operational procedures, and communications. Your air law you have to do before your first solo, so air law is certainly worth being one of the first ones that you target doing. Comms is pretty much a slam dunk, so that's a good one to get out early on as well. Op procedures is quite tricky. It's a lot of people say it's similar to air law, but it covers all of these odd little topics, like you know, knowing the different. Well, actually, I think this won't be a problem for you, but knowing the different types of fire extinguisher and the different classes of fire, and knowing the fire triangle and things like that. But then there's other odd little topics in there as well, like I'm trying to remember now. Odd little things, like you've got things like runway markings and taxiway markings and ground signals. You've got a bit of search and rescue signals as well. There's a couple of odd little topics that don't really fit in any other kind of subject. They all go into op procedures, so it can catch a lot of people out. But yeah, air law is definitely one of the earliest ones that you should get done, because you have to do that before you do your first solo anyway. Everything is coming along tickety-boo, as we like to say. So we're at 14,400 feet now. Let's see, how long till we get down? 12:29. Yeah, so about 10 minutes now before we're landing. So I start getting my head in the game. Have one more sip for good luck. Or a couple more sips for good luck. Get that out of the way. Right. So the other concern I've got as well is I want to try and get the aircraft slowing down. Let's see, Andy, you're back. That's the kicker. Oh, don't count that 100. Thank you very much, Andy. Well volunteered. Good. Right. Yeah. Everything's coming along nicely. We're still on our vertical descent path, so everything's looking good there. As you can see, we do have overcast clouds over Inverness, so Inverness directly ahead of us. You see, that's where we are in the grand scheme of things. So the airport's just kind of a little bit away from the city. Gamma, thank you very much. Remember the gear this time, yeah? Oh, you mean, yeah, the landing gear, yeah. Yeah. Where's the control for that again? It's that one, isn't it? That's the landing gear control, isn't it? Thanks, thank you very much, Gamma. It's good to see you there. Have you got yourself up to a global elite in Counter-Strike yet? Right, 11,000 feet. Getting ready for a 10,000 feet checks. Behave. Trim. So yeah, just before we hit 10,000 feet, the aircraft starts leveling off a little bit, just to bleed off the speed down to about 240 knots. Let's see, Gamma, can you confirm that's the landing gear and expert reader? Good stuff, thank you very much. So speed control is good at the moment. We're still on our vertical descent path. I'll wind the air range down a little bit further. Gamma, Silver 4 right now. So let's go keep playing with Takeoff. Switch KT. Yeah, I know the feeling, mate. It's so frustrating because I played one game with a bunch of old, like, I used to be part of a gaming clan, and a bunch of those guys still play together at the moment, play Counter-Strike, and they were all Legendary Eagle Masters, like a couple of ranks of Global Elite. And since I started playing, I've been stuck about the top of Silver, Gold Nova 1, the best I ever got to was Gold Nova 3. These Legendary Eagle Masters invited me for one game. I went and played it and I was MVP of that one game. And it's like, but I still get stuck playing with like silvers and golds, and it's so frustrating. Because I know that I can play at that sort of top end of the skill tree, but the ranking system is just messed up. I just can't make any progress. Unless, because I always play with one of my best mates, and I don't want to not play with my best mate. And he's also the same rank as me. So, because when I'm playing with my mate, I'm playing with someone who I know how he plays. I understand what he's doing when he plays. So, you know, if I say, right, cover this angle, I trust him to cover that angle. Because you can't, as you know, you can't do that with randoms. Anyway. Anyway, that's 10,000 feet. See what anyone who heard me earlier talking about the differences between the Zibo and the PMDG, did you hear how the throttle just revved up there just to recover the speed? That's what I mean by the Zibo just doesn't have the quite the same finesse as the PMDG does. See, that was quite a sharp change of aircraft state, I guess. Gamma, does the sim come with MCAS failure? Hopefully not. I know what to do though if it does try to do that stuff. Gamma was Legendary Eagle before your friends got into the game. Yeah. It's frustrating because I know that my skill level is at that top end. I just can't live there. Everyone thinks they're going to be pro next week, listen to even if you listen to them, yeah. And then when you try to do some like clever plays, you'll be sat there like trying to sneak around, thinking of like doing some very clever play, and then all you get is just a hurl of abuse from all these people. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you can't hear. Well, you're sneaking in one direction, trying to listen for the enemy's footsteps, and you've got all of your teammates going, "Oh, you idiot! What are you doing?" And then you can't hear them, and then you end up getting shot in the back, and then they're like, "I see, I told you, you're an idiot." Let's see. Peter, keep in mind that you did not bother to update it. It's now much more tuned than it was. Ah, okay, good. Yeah, that's right. I've got I'm playing with. Oops, can't see the version, but it's like 3.31, I think it was. But yeah, everything's going ahead nicely. I probably should actually get another. It's another agent's request. Kitty, how do you properly turn off the MCAS on camera? I don't know if it's if this is the proper way of doing it, but basically, hit these trim switches, hit both of these to the cutoff position, and switch off the autopilot. Would be how I would do it, but I'm not an expert. And I don't know if the 737 MAX is different. Let's see, Gamma. If you had a dime for every time you'd blown people's minds for leaving Cat and Dust 2 winning the round, on the V3 or 4 from long. Or how about having about 45 seconds left on the clock, shooting down long, rotating back through T-spawn, down lower tunnel, up Cat, and then back to A site to plant the bomb. That's a good one. Because as soon as you leave long, the enemy team always thinks that you're going to go to B site, and then you rotate through the entire map, down lower tunnel, through mid, back up to catwalk to A site for a free plant almost every time. Certainly at the lower level. Let's see, Gamma. You can just put the autopilot in heading hold on nav mode and cast is disabled. It's only fine. Oh, is it really? Huh. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about the MCAS system. Hassan and Yasser. Welcome, how's it going? Gawa, where the world strat? Best strat, yep. Hassan, it's your first time. Well, welcome, Hassan. It's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming along to the stream. Right, what I'm going to do is, because I'm noticing that OBS is acting up, so I'm just going to stop the stream and get it going again. So it might look like the stream will stutter for a second. That is planned, that is expected. So the stream might stutter for 2 seconds. Let me know if it comes back okay. Right, okay, so that should be the stream restarted. Basically, the reason I did that was because I noticed the OBS was starting to stutter, and I don't want it to freeze, so you people miss the landing, basically. But please let me know if the stream is okay. Hopefully it just looked like it would have frozen briefly for you and then kept on going. Let's see, Hassan, you want to learn about aviation, can you help me? I've got plenty of videos that might help you, so if you want to check out the videos on my channel, all of those should be able to help you there. Yeah, if you watch my FS6 tutorial series, that should take you from the absolute basics of aviation up to doing what I can do today. Gamma, am I using OBS Studio or Streamlabs? OBS. I believe it's OBS Studio. Although it's weird that it keeps glitching out. It's 64-bit. And it keeps. It seems like it's like almost like a memory leak error. It gets like it steadily gets worse and worse and worse until it just locks up and then stops sending data to the YouTube streaming URL. And then the stream just suddenly freezes. Scott, why is X-Plane so wonky with ILS landings? It must them via GPS so erratic. I'm not sure. I've never had any trouble myself with ILS landings. Gamma, check out Streamlabs OBS, much more stable. I will. I definitely will. Yeah, are they still updating OBS Studio? Because I haven't used it for ages and ages and ages. I started it up the other day, tried to update it, and there wasn't any update. So I don't know if they're still supporting it or not. Whoops. Hello. Alright, what's the ATIS? 1012 10.7 overcast 1600 250 14 knots. Okay, good. Let's see, OBS is kind of a dead puzzle against bug fix system. Ah, okay. Okay, I'll definitely look into Streamlabs then. I think I did download Streamlabs a while ago, but not looked into it since. I don't believe the drag is required, so I can go away.
1,000 to go.
As he turned into localizer glide slope went the opposite way. Okay. You sure you had the course set in the right direction? Alright, so this is us beginning our 180 to head back towards the airport. So we're losing the flight path slightly here, that's not a massive deal. What was the beep sound? The beep sound was just the autopilot warning us that we're 1,000 feet away from our selected altitude. So what I'm going to do is, just as we level out this turn here, actually probably what I'll do here as well is
$1,000 to go.
Alright.
1,000 to go.
And arm the approach there. IDX 232, DME 10.6 miles, 10.5, good. So we get another stage of flaps out there. Trying to encourage the plane to start slowing down, which it is now.
$2,500.
So we get flaps 5 out now. Try and get the plane to start slowing down a bit more. Get the second autopilot on. Right, so glide slope is live, so we'll go landing gear down. Go flaps 15. Set the MCP speed. That's 160. Speed brake gets armed. Landing lights are on already. Engine start switches go to continuous. Glide slope has been captured, so we'll go down to our VREF speed. Set landing flaps as flaps 40. Set our go around altitude to the east approach. So we're lined up, ready to rock. Okay. Alright, I have control. Wish me luck.
$1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Okay, so gear down, 3 green lights. Speed brake is armed. The flaps are out, 14 landing lights are on. Localizer a little bit there.
500.
Just remember the wind's coming slightly from the right.
400. 300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Landing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Nicely.
80 knots.
No reverse thrust. So disarm the auto brake There. There you go. I'll take one of those any day. Speed down all the way, so landing lights come back on. Get the APU started. Weather radar can come off. Okay, jobs can come off, go to steady. Switches can go to auto. Transponder can come to standby. Good job, nice butter, beautiful, perfect. Thank you very much. That was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one. Not gonna lie, my real world landing technique that I've been taught really comes in handy if I do the sim. Andy sees some more far more reasonable taxi length. I agree. I absolutely agree. Trebor, I'm here. At least do one stream every month. Trebor, if you knew what I did for a living, you would not have the energy to stream frequently. As I say to anyone who tries to criticise the work that I do here on YouTube, walk a mile in my shoes here on YouTube and then criticise my work. I want to see you build up this size of audience. Once you do, then you can criticise me. I will not accept anyone who hasn't done more than what I've done. Now here, what's the technique? Basically, really focus on looking at the far end of the runway when you land. It's that simple. Really focus on looking at the far end of the runway when you land. Right, that light pole, that's what I'm going to use for my reference point. No idea how far forward I'm going to need to taxi. Let's see about there. It's probably way too far forward, but that's where I'm going. Right. Parking brake on. So. APU generator switches both come on. Engine start switches both come off. So that's that one. That's that one. Seatbelt signs come off. And the collision light comes off. Fuel pump switches, take 3 of them away. Anti-ice switches are off. Hydraulic switches, so electric, hydraulics go off. Recirc fans, as needed, we'll keep them on auto. Packs on auto. Isolation valve gets opened. Bleed air switches, all of them come on. Exterior lights as needed. Still daytime, so we don't need them. Flight directors can both come off. So that one, that one. Transponder, make sure that's on standby, which it is. We'll connect the set the chocks, connect the GPU. Parking brake we could switch off if we wanted to. I'm not going to do it. Ground power comes on, and the APU can come off in that case, and we'll switch off the fuel pump for it as well. Cool. That is that. So who wants to see a replay of that? Because I think I do. I think that was a pretty nice landing. Let's see. Ads, welcome, how's it going? Can't stay long, thought I'd say hi, hope everything is well. Airport looks a bit spare. It does, yeah. This no, this is the most recent Inverness Airport on the X-Plane store. Or not the X-Plane store, the scenery gateway, so it's a pretty faithful representation of it. It doesn't quite look identical, but it's not bad. Russell, I'll see you at the Inverness. Definitely will do, Russell. We'll see you soon. Right, while you decide if you want to see a replay or not, I'm going to go get myself another drink, because it's my birthday this week and I deserve it after that landing. Right, let me know if you want to see it, and I'll be back in like 60 seconds again. Okay, our survey says I do see replay, yes. Okay, right, let's have a look here. I'll have marble frosting related to like good stuff. Right, where are we? I think it's Alt R. Let's see. Right, what kind of view do we want? Do we want an external view? Do we want a runway view? Do we want a wing view? What kind of view do you think? I think it's got to reconfigure the aircraft into the state that it was at before. Okay, yeah. When's my next stream or tutorial? I don't know yet. This is a very special one. I'll stream this one. Where are we? Runway. Okay, that's there, I think. Out of the mist and gloom comes the aircraft. TT Song, happy birthday in advance. No, my birthday's just been and gone. Birthday was yesterday actually, so yeah. So I did lose the center line slightly there, as you can see. Just start drifting away from it. You can hear the rumble, distant rumble of the engines. I love that you can just about, well, you might not be able to see it on the live stream, but the other thing in X-Plane that FSX doesn't do is the heat haze coming out of the engines. So just about got it back on the centre line just before touchdown, I think. Touchdown. Okay, it wasn't bang on the centre line, but that was pretty good. That was I can't believe it's not butter landing that one. I didn't see any compression on the landing gear on that one as well. Hello MK, how's it going? Right, speed up. I don't think there was much initial compression on the landing gear there. That's a very nose high attitude though, I would say. From that angle it looks like a very nose high attitude. Oh, there's barely any compression in the gear. And then the plane starts getting blown across the runway. Oh, there's almost no compression in the gear whatsoever. Although the left hand side is definitely taking the brunt of it now as I'm trying to recover. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, well chuffed with that. I'll take that all day, every day. I think what it was, the reason that the plane got blown across as well, was because the crosswind was blowing from right to left as well. So you can see as I decrab the aircraft, it's just on that initial touchdown, as I've decrabbed the aircraft and I've got it pointing down the runway, that's as it starts getting blown sideways. But I'll take that. I'll take that all day, every day. That was an absolute greaser. I don't think the passengers would have felt that one all that much. I doubt there's going to be much of a thud. We're definitely anti-Ryanair on this landing. Nothing. Not even used reverse thrust on that one either. I'm well chuffed for that. Right, now the last thing to check. Where did I actually touch down? Did I touch down on the aim point markers, or was I way off? That's not bad. I got one of the main landing gear wheels on the centre line. That's something, right? Just beyond the touchdown zone. I'll take that. I'll take that all day, every day. Alright, so that is pretty much the end of the live stream. I'm certainly not going to be doing any more flying, but as I always end every single live stream, we're going to stick around for about another 5-10 minutes or so. So if anyone's got any questions about flight simulation, about the aviation industry, about life in general, please do feel free to ask away, and I'll try and answer any questions as best as I can. As I watch myself taxi back in, and as I do, I'll actually I won't adjust the kind of review. So it'd be better going this side. So we'll watch ourselves taxi back in. So if anyone's got any questions or anything, please do ask away. As we watch the taxi back in from a passenger perspective. But yeah, I think we had a good number of viewers today. It looks like, looking at the YouTube analytics there, we had a maximum of 53 people watching at one point, so that's good. That's good for me. I think my best is about 80 something, so that's a good stream for me. Let's have a look here. I'm going to be getting a gaming laptop. What sim would you recommend? Ooh, I don't think you can go wrong with X-Plane 11. X-Plane 11 is a pretty good sim. X-Plane 11 or Prepared 3D are the two sims to get nowadays, or DCS if you're more into flying military aircraft. Let's see, Scott Briggs meant to explain, using the Garmin 1000 through ILS approaches, so the Garmin should be tuning you in automatically, and they shouldn't have to set the CRS knob. Not necessarily, because, well, I know in FSX the aircraft had a specific switch for navigating by radio signal or by GPS, so I can't remember if there's something similar in X-Plane. Although Garmin 1000 though wouldn't have that. So I don't know. There might still be a radio navigation or a GPS master switch that you might have to look for and switch. Now let's see, Andy. How have my pilot skills been developing since you started a new job? It's not less my skill set, more my kind of knowledge of the industry has developed quite a lot. I'm incredibly fortunate that I work in a flying school So I'm overhearing conversations between instructors and students all day, every day, and it's really given me a very good insight into flight training, specifically PPL training. And I'm hearing all of these new terms and terminology and explanations, which have helped me understand it a lot. So that's more so than my kind of practical flying school. Where I am studying for my PPL myself, and I do have some, I've certainly improved my practical skill as well. It's certainly more the theory side that's been developing further for me. Yes, and do I see myself in one of these things in the future? Probably not as a pilot, no. I don't think I'd want to go up to the airline level of flying. I don't know, do I miss London? Not particularly, no. I'm quite happy with my decision to move away from London and move back to Scotland. Scott, yeah, if you try setting the course rather than the heading, that might solve your issues. Andy, you need to get yourself a VR headset. The ones coming out are very impressive. Yeah, I've thought about it, but I don't know if I'll really make the most of it, seeing as I don't really play many games anymore. So I don't know if I don't want to like spend all that money on a VR headset, but I could go to when that money could go towards something I'd make more use of. Let's see, Storm, so nice to see you again. Despite your call, you did a great job. Get well soon. Oh, thank you very much, Storm. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's great to see you in the chat there again. Yeah, I'll hopefully see you again soon. Let's see, Scott. Garmin usually seems to execute the final approach no matter what. Oh, that's strange. Let's see. Just looked at my phone and saw the temperature was 20 degrees, but it's set to my location set to Athens rather than Inverness. I was thinking, yeah, that's not quite right. Cool. Good stuff. I'm really pleased with that landing. It's certainly one of my better landings. Cool. Right. Does anyone have any last comments or questions? Because if not, then I think we'll call it a night there. Actually, while I wait for any last comments or questions to come through, what I will do is set the aircraft back to cold and dark. So we'll go IRSs get switched off. Emergency exit lights. Apparently I can't switch the emergency exit lights off. Where are we? Right. Flick up here, bugger. Nope, I can't switch the emergency exit lights off. Never mind. Window heat switches can all come off. Packs left and right get switched off. Alright, APU or ground power gets switched off. Trying to switch it off, it's not happening. Battery master switch. I can't flick that off either. Never mind. Okay, that's not going to work. Connor Games, welcome. How's it going? Unfortunately, you have caught the end of the live stream, so we're just about to wrap up, I'm afraid. But yeah, so this live stream will stay on the channel as a video on demand. So if anyone wants to see how the live stream went, it'll be on the channel afterwards, so you can see the takeoff, the landing, and all sorts there. But unless we have any last comments or questions, I think I will call it a night there. So final call, any last comments or questions, please ask away. If not, I will I'll finish up the stream. Looks like it's about the right time as well, because OBS is starting to act up a bit. You can see it starting to stutter again. I'll have to try what Gamma was saying earlier, try Streamlabs OBS instead. Trust that'll be a better piece of kit. Andy is out of here. No worries, Andy, thanks very much for coming along and passing out the toilet and then being my co-pilot for the night. I appreciate it. Bort is heading off as well. No worries, Bort, thank you very much for coming along and for sticking around. Hopefully the stream is worth watching, so thank you very much, guys, for coming along. Yay, we're past the we're definitely on the apron, and we definitely didn't run over that Cirrus jet. What a lovely selection of aircraft that is. Look at that magnificent sight. If only Inverness Airport was genuinely this busy most times. Although us at Highland Aviation, we've actually handled the Cirrus Vision jet like that. Fun, amazing little aircraft. See, Scott is going to rewatch this later tonight. Good stuff. Thank you very much, Scott. Okay, right, I think I'm not seeing any more questions, so I think we're going to end it there. So that was Amsterdam Schiphol back to Inverness for a little special sneaky surprise birthday live stream from me. So thank you to everyone who came along. 53 viewers, as I said a moment ago, is quite a lot for me. So a peak number of viewers, that's quite a lot for me. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate everyone who came along, said hi, and was active in the chat there. So no idea when the next live stream or video is going to be. The next video is probably going to be another one of my virtual to reality blog type things. It won't be as long as the previous one, I promise. But yeah, hopefully it'll be another insightful video into life working at Inverness Airport. So yeah, so I'm not sure when that's going to be released, but I've got quite a bit of footage together for it already. So it shouldn't be too long before that gets released. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night there. So thank you very much before I head off to Gamma for donating during the live stream, as it means an incredible amount to me. You know, any amount in any currency is a huge amount. For anyone to consider my work worth giving money for is you know, means a lot to me. So thank you very much. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night there. So until the next time, thank you all very much for watching. Take care out there, and I will catch you all later.